Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the Loshak in the Bag show for Thursday, March 22nd. Of course, Jimmy the Bag is on hiatus. Temporarily on hiatus. He's going to be having just a whale of a time in Canada this weekend, supposedly. So I'm going to be handling this show today and tomorrow, and I think on Monday. But the good news is for this show, we do have behind the camera none other than, guess who? Juanma, say hi to the folks. Say hi to the viewers.
Hey, hi guys.
Hey, everyone say hi right back to Juanma. I'm trying to find the link to the show. All right, here it is. So I'm going to be going solo in these shows, so I might not be able to get to as many comments as we normally do. But you know, it should be mostly the same as always. Yesterday, once again, Jimmy the Bag and I both had winning days in NHL. We are both rolling in NHL. And college basketball, I'm happy to say that my big pick from yesterday, which was the over in the North Texas game, didn't understand why it was so low. And that one did cash very, very easily, first half and full game. And I was wrong about the first half under and the under in general in the Western Kentucky game. Trevor Holt and a few other commenters tried to talk me off of it, said that the over was the play in that one, and the line, of course, did get bet up throughout the day, and that the game, you know, the first half did soar over, and the full game as well. But, you know, my main pick yesterday, the first half and the full game on the North Texas game cashed, which I'm happy about. And turned out that Western Kentucky was the play. Juanma, yesterday, a lot of people were saying that Oklahoma State was going to roll at home against Western Kentucky in the NIT, and that Western Kentucky maybe got a little bit lucky in their win 2 games ago. But then Western Kentucky won again. Juanma, can you believe that?
It's unbelievable, right?
It's unbelievable, right, Juanma? Some people, you know, about 40%, I would say, of our regular commenters were on Western Kentucky, but more were saying that predicting a blowout by, or at least a win and cover by Oklahoma State, and that did not happen. God, I'm getting a little hot in here. I got my friggin' lean here. I'm going to take off my jacket, but I was trying to look as sharp as possible for this show, but I'll have to put this on when it stops being so hot. Give me 1 second right now. 1 second. Oh, man. All right, so let's once again, it was a successful day yesterday, although in the NBA, the weird thing about yesterday, though, was that all those big line moves at the end of the day were not predictive at all. Of course, we saw a big line move to the under in a total in the Toronto-Cleveland game. That one closed at 225. Jimmy and I maybe foolishly both jumped on that steam move at 226.5, and of course, that game sailed over. Exact same thing happened with the Clippers and Milwaukee game, and also the Indiana-New Orleans game, which I like the under on and moved against me. That one got bet up towards the over. That one went way under. So the big line moves in the NBA yesterday on these totals were for the most part totally wrong, which was a very interesting. And even Jim hit his over. Jim, in the Memphis-Philadelphia game, Jim didn't give it as a pick in the show, but he did bet it. The Memphis-Philadelphia game over at 211, I think he got it at, and then it crashed all the way down to 208.5, and Jim was like, I just threw away $200. No, you didn't, Jimmy the Bag. You just gave yourself $200 because that one soared over. So the line moves in the totals in the NBA yesterday were totally wrong, and that certainly got me scratching my head and thinking. And even the Denver-Chicago game, that one went over as well, I believe. And Jim and I took that one at 219 on the under. It closed at 216, and I think that one went over. I'll have to check. But overall, it was a successful day yesterday. Overall, in general, and once again, we had another positive night in the NHL. All right, let me just quickly get to some comments here, and then we'll start in with the Sweet 16. Games for today. I did look at them. I'll have a couple picks. Jim, of course, has already given some of his picks for the Sweet 16 already. And let's see some comments here. I'm going to get to some comments here. Let's see. Scotty Rock Forever said, I had such a great night. That's great, Scotty Rock. Happy to hear that. Let's see. What else do we have here? Yep, Jim's in Toronto. People of the Kilted Chimp says, looking sharp, Pete. Thank you very much. Yes, I did my best to look as sharp as possible. Let's see. What else do we have here? Austin Geis went 2-4 in NHL, first losing day in over the week. Okay. Well, together we're figuring out these lines pretty effectively, I think. So So I think we're going to have another positive day, at least today. There's a bunch of plays that I'm definitely liking. King Rail cashed that Western Kentucky play. Congratulations, King Rail. When more people in the chat were on Oklahoma State, King Rail stuck to his guns. He said he liked Western Kentucky. Nice job, King Rail, on that one. And let's see. What else do we have here? What else do we have going on here? I guess that's about it. Yeah, Lucky Luciano saying that the Loyola game total went to 142.5. That total has been bouncing all around, and Jimmy the Bag made the over an official pick in yesterday's show. Even while we were filming it, the total was all over the place. It was 143 to 144.5 available at the time, and apparently now the total has gotten bet down. I mean, this obviously is going to be a clash of styles. Whose style will win out? Loyola's slow-paced, defense-oriented style, or Nevada's up-tempo style. Apparently the market thinking maybe the under is the play, but we'll see. Twate Latte says, Pete looks awesome today. Thank you very much, Twate Latte. Really appreciate the positive comment. All right, let's see. J Rich Mo 43 says, flying to Vegas right now. What's your can't miss bet tonight? Oh my God, I don't even know. I can't even remember what the hell the card has for us today until we get into it. All right, let's see. What else do we have? All right, that's it. Dan Kelly, I still feel like shit, but I love Sacramento money line tonight. Yeah, we will get into that one. I was feeling the same way, Dan Kelly. I did see though that the market took a small move in favor of Atlanta from 2.5 to 1.5, which had me concerned. Those kinds of moves usually make me very nervous. But yeah, I was thinking the same way. We'll get to that game in the EDMA segment. All right, let's see. First, let's get into college basketball. How about that? Juanma, let's get to college basketball. All right, let's look at Beataball says, Pete, you should get dreads. Maybe I should. All right, college basketball. I guess we can throw the college basketball records up. I guess we'll throw the records up even though Jim's not here. College basketball records overall are not good. I'm sweating, motherfucker. But Jim and I have had a pretty good March, and that's just because of a big dip that we both took in about January. Things have been going pretty well recently. And on tonight's card, again, Jim liked the over in the Loyola Nevada game, and that was 143. And now it's down. Wow, that line has crashed. It's now down to 141.5 at Heritage, 142 at Pinnacle. So clearly the market is, expecting Loyola's pace to win out over Nevada's preferred pace. We'll see where this total is at tip-off, but as of right now, a pretty clear market move to the under. Jimmy the Bag also took a shot with Texas A&M plus 2.5, and that line has also moved against him. It's now up to 3. Ugh, I'm sweating. I don't know why I sweat so easily. It's now up to 3.
I can look to air conditioning.
Do you? Is there something? It's hot as hell in here, man.
Right.
And I was drinking my friggin' coffee. It's hot as. Can you put the air conditioning on? Thanks very much. Juanma can help any situation. All right. Texas A&M, money has come in on Michigan, and now Texas A&M is at plus 3. Again, we'll see if this line comes back the other way. Jimmy the Bag likes Texas A&M. For me, as I said, it is on, right, Juanma? No, thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is one of those classic Sweet 16 matchups where I really just don't want to bet against either team. You see this a lot in the Sweet 16. Those games do tend to have a second half written all over them, though. If either of these teams are down, especially the underdog in the at halftime, I'll be looking to bet on the team that's down at the half. So maybe if Texas A&M is down by 10 or 12 points and, they're given maybe 1.5 or 2 on the halftime line, I'll take Texas A&M on that one or on the money line. Sam Houston State against UTSA. I did take a shot with the under on that one. Now, anything can happen in these minor tournament games in terms of, unexpected game plans from these teams. But I will make that one an official pick. UTSA under 148.5. minus 110. I'll make that one an official pick for sure, and I might throw on the first half as well. Juanma, is it on?
It is on, but it will take a little while.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's getting colder.
I'm sweating like a pig here. I'm wearing an undershirt, and I was wearing my jacket, and I was wearing my my friggin' nice shirt, and then I was drinking my coffee, and I overheated with excitement, Juanma. All right. Under 148.5, Sam Houston State, UTSA. If that one soars over, wouldn't be a shock, but I did bet it, and I'll give it as an official pick. And let me just check what the first half line is there. Let me check what the first half line is there. It is 69. I bet that one as well. I might make that one as an official pick as well, but for now, I'll just make the full game an official pick. Then Kansas State and Kentucky. Wow. Line keeps moving in Kansas State's favor, right? Yesterday, a lot of people were pointing out that sharps are taking Kansas State. I guess I can understand that as a contrarian play, but I like Kentucky. Jim gave Kentucky as an official pick, and I will make Kentucky an official play as well. I'm not going to take the -5. I'm going to do one of my classic weak sauce moves here and take the money line. It's not that weak, though. The money line is coming down as well. Pinnacle has 224 right now, so I'll take that one. Kentucky on the money line, -224, and that's the current line at Pinnacle. And, excuse me. That's an official play for me. Kentucky, money line, -224. That's an official pick. I would also have a lean to the first half line on that one as well, which is at -3, but I'm going to hold off on that one. Again, we'll do this again at the 6 o'clock Eastern time, and I might throw on the first half as well at 6 o'clock. But as of right now, I'm just going to throw on the Kentucky money line at -224. Campbell, San Francisco, that's going to be a pass. You know, vague lean to the over and to the first half over, but that's going to be a pass for me. And then Florida State, Gonzaga. An interesting game. Jimmy the Bag did give Florida State at +6 as an official play. That line has now moved up a little bit. It was 5.5 or 6 yesterday. It's now 6 across the board market wide. And I think Jimmy might be on the right side there. I like Florida State. They might have turned a little bit of a corner. They're a very deep team, of course. Gonzaga, you know, a great team, but maybe a little bit soft. Not necessarily saying that they're likely to get upset, but could easily see this being one of these games that goes down to the wire, the last shot. Game that's, you know, tied with 50 seconds to go. And if that's the case, of course, you want Florida State. So I'm thinking about throwing Florida State on as well. That's definitely a lean of mine right now and a borderline play. I'll see what anyone has to say in the comment section about that game. But unless someone strongly talks me off of it, I think I'll throw on Florida State as an official pick at +6 as well. They're just a team that was a little bit underachieving during the regular season, right? And, you know, they had their ups and downs. Some people were questioning the coaching, but they definitely have a deep team. They definitely have an athletic team. And, you know, not sure if I'd want them on the money line here, but I'm going to take them at +6. I definitely bet that one. And that's it for college basketball. So once again, I've only given 2 official picks, UTSA under 148.5 and the Kentucky money line at -224. And Florida State +6 is a pick that I'm probably going to give pretty soon. Some people in the comment section yesterday were suggesting that the over might be a good play in the Kentucky-Kansas State game, which is pretty interesting. You have to assume that Kansas State is going to prefer a defense-oriented, slow-down game, and Kentucky, of course, has great perimeter defense. And I took them in an under against Auburn and a few other teams. I was pretty successful taking unders in. With Kentucky down the stretch when they made their turnaround, when they started to really improve. But I can understand why the over might be a good play here, and I'm not going to touch the total as of right now. I might have a second half play on that total for sure, but I'm not going to touch the total. I'm just going to make Kentucky an official pick, UTSA an official pick, Loyola, Illinois, Nevada, second half written all over it, Texas A&M, Michigan, second half written all over it. Campbell, San Francisco, pass, slight lean to a first half over, and Florida State plus the points. I'm definitely leaning that way. All right, let's get some comments here. Let's see where the comments are coming in. Here you go. Rockstar says Kentucky money line is smart play. Adam Lastman says, I heard Zags win it all. Okay. Elio Rodriguez likes Kansas State. Ole Miss likes Gonzaga. Gonzaga's covers -6-2. Let's see. Bill Butlicker likes Wildcats and Gonzaga. Dan Kelly says, I hate the Kentucky money line pick. Really, Dan Kelly? You hate the Kentucky money line pick? Where's that echo coming from, Wanma? Yeah, can you turn that off? Thanks very much.
I just don't know. How's it hot in there? Is it still hot?
It's pretty hot.
Oh shit, man! Now that I noticed, I think there's an air control there in that room.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's hot as hell in here, Wanma. All right, so Dan Kelly hates the Kentucky money line. That's all right, Wanma. Dan, thanks very much, Wanma. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, go ahead. Go for it, Wanma. Dan Kelly hates the Kentucky money line pick, which is not a good thing to see. I mean, look, if it loses, I lose a little bit more than 2 units. I wonder why Dan Kelly hates the Kentucky. Well, obviously because he thinks that Kansas State has a legitimate chance of winning outright and a better chance of the market is giving credit for. I know that there is obviously sharp action coming in on Kansas State. Oh, nice. I can feel that already. Yeah. Make it colder. Make it colder, Wanda. Make it colder. Yeah. Let's see. Underdog status likes Florida State +6. DJ Big Boss also likes that one. They have an athletic team. They should outwin them. Yes, I wouldn't necessarily want Florida State on the first half, but at 6 on the full game, I'm liking that one. Brent Brooks likes Texas A&M +3. Shell Dog 83 likes Kansas State +5. Jeremy M says Nevada just leans. I will not have any plays in college basketball today. Y Samo says don't give Florida State, Pete. I think I'm going to give it, Y Samo. Bill Buttlicker took Texas A&M. Randy Lockhart likes Florida State. Okay. Scanning comments here. Rockstar says Kentucky by 8+. King Rail says Kansas State is the tougher team. They will push Kentucky around. Yeah, I mean, listen. The question is just, did Kentucky make a big turn, turn a significant corner at the end of the year with all those youngsters? You know, on a big stage like this, it's possible that that Kentucky will get pushed around and that their youth will show in this spot. My sense is that one way or another they pull it out. They either, win by 20 or they or win by 15 or they win by 2. But Dan Kelly hates. Scotty Rock Forever says Pete on that booger sugar. No, I am absolutely not. All right, Dan Kelly hates the Kentucky money line. James Vegas says Kentucky great pick, Pete. Michael Lunday says, Pete, rather than the money line, take Kentucky to win the South. Better odds than the money line this game and next. Right? Yeah, we don't do futures in these shows. We haven't. We probably should start, and there's no reason why we can't. But we're just doing it game by game, and I'm gonna take Kentucky on the money line as an official play. Wykeem Hill says Kentucky will cover. Dan Kelly says just risk reward. That's all. Yeah. Risking 2.25 units to win 1, that Kentucky just wins. Ole Miss says Kentucky will run them out of the gym. Lou H says, where's the bag? In Toronto partying, Lou H. That's where the bag is. Don't worry, he'll be back. He'll be back on Monday, I believe. All right. So, Y Samo says, Pete, don't take Florida State. I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw on Florida State +6. Jimmy the Bag is also on Florida State +6. Why, Samo? Tell us why you don't like Florida State. You think there's a talent discrepancy here? Obviously, I'm going to take Florida State +6 -105. That's the best line right now at sportsbetting.ag. You know, they could get run out of the building. Gonzaga could sneak out a 7 or 8 point win. But my sense, based on the research that I did, is that the percentages are probably with Florida State, and also based on an assumption that they're a little bit better right now than their numbers on the entire season have shown, that they did turn a little bit of a corner recently. Could be wrong, though. I'm going to take that one. I'm going to add that one. Florida State +6 -105. That's an official play for me. A third official play in college basketball. Yep. Randy Lockhart says, Pete, take Florida State. Dob Fenn likes the over in A&M Michigan. And then John Elmore says Dean Wade is the key. Without him, Kansas State won't play solid fundamental basketball. Yeah, I mean, if Dean Wade comes in and has an awesome, strong game, then the money line play on Kentucky could be in jeopardy. But again, I'm only risking 2.25 units, and if it loses, that'll suck. But I'll be okay with it, and I'll eat it. All right. Let's see. Here you go. Tomarino Tomor says, I think Florida State was able to break down the Xavier zone, but I don't trust their offense in the half court against Gonzaga's defense. I'm only on Gonzaga first half -3. Okay. I think it's telling that Tomarino isn't taking Gonzaga on the full game, and I agree with you that it might be a second half in the second half where Florida State has the edge, and definitely if Florida State is down big in the first half, which is entirely possible, I'll probably be strongly thinking about taking Florida State on the second half, if not huge. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Wykeem Hill says K-State is done. Dav Fenn says no, Zags are the play. Darryl Lyle says I like K-State's with the points. All right. Okay, that's it. So again, 3 plays. UTSA under 148.5. Kentucky money line -224. Dan Kelly hates it. Florida State +6. A lot of people hating that play, but we'll see. Jimmy the Bag is also on Florida State, and Y Samo in particular does not like that one. All right, let's move on to NHL. Let's move on to NHL. I believe is next up on the card. Is that we have Wanma?
It is actually. Are we showing the record again?
Yes, NHL. All right, let's throw up the NHL records because these are very impressive. Again, Jimmy the Bag and I both had a winning day yesterday. Jimmy the Bag, surging into the mid-40s now, and I'm pushing 30 units as well. We're just kind of churning it out day in and day out. I'd be very interested to know what Jimmy the Bag likes on this card. But, I have a bunch of plays that I'm kind of liking. Yesterday was very nice. I had the Arizona team total over, which cashed. Anaheim team total over, which cashed. The only thing we were really wrong about was the Boston-St. Louis game, which was not high scoring, and I wound up getting pretty burned on that one. I took 3 separate overs on that one. St. Louis team total, first period over, and the full game over, and took 3 losses on that one. But despite that, still had a nice winning day with the Anaheim puck line, and of course, Jimmy the Bag and I both had the Pittsburgh puck line as well. Today's card, we have a lot of interesting stuff here. All right, I don't even know where to start. I guess we'll start with Ottawa-Edmonton. I did bet Edmonton here on this one. I had Edmonton in their last game, -1 and team total over. Let me just, oh no, come on, don't freeze up. All right, here we go. Yeah, Edmonton blasted Carolina last game, and of course Ottawa got blasted by Florida last game, and Ottawa is having some issues, right, with Erik Karlsson being out. It's a tough spot for Ottawa. When he comes back, I think they might get an emotional boost, but in this game, Karlsson's going to be out again, and I feel like it's another down spot for Ottawa. And Edmonton, playing well. They're coming off a big win. I don't see exactly why they would not be able to do it again here, and I'm thinking, the Edmonton team total over and Edmonton -1. Let me just quickly move in and hold on one second. Going solo here. I have to talk while I'm looking for other screens here. Let me see what the Edmonton team total would be right now at Pinnacle. Edmonton team total, it is a 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 plus 130. All right, so I think Edmonton's going to get another nice win here over Ottawa, and I will make Edmonton -1 an official pick. Edmonton -1 an official pick. The best line right now, -130 on the money line, and then the puck line part of that will be plus 225 at Bookmaker. Plus 225 at Bookmaker. So expecting another down spot for Ottawa, expecting another good performance from Edmonton, and I'm willing to take them on the -1 line as a dog. I'd love to take the Edmonton team total over, even if it was just 3, but I don't quite want to take it at 3.5 at plus money. So I'll hold off on that one for now, but I was definitely thinking that way. I think they'll put up another big number. Let's see if any comments are coming in on this game. Yeah, there you go. Jan Osman says Edmonton rolls. SM says takes Edmonton team total over 2.5. Yeah, I didn't see an Edmonton a team total over 2.5 on that one. I'll check. Let's see. Other comments here. McGogster99 says nervous about the Oilers here. Yeah, I'm nervous about them too. I mean, I don't necessarily want to take them as an underdog. As a road favorite after coming off a huge road win. But I just feel like it's still going to be a down spot for Ottawa. They might rally for this game and sneak a win, but at that line, I will take it. Mally Mal says I like Edmonton. Mally Mal says I like Edmonton. Yep, Justin Searcy says I like Edmonton. All right, yeah, yes. Yeah, once again, it could lose, but it's about the odds. I'm getting Edmonton -1 at plus money, and I will take it. Let's see. And Randy Lockhart predicts a score of Edmonton 2, Ottawa 3. Okay, all right. Barkerman G11 says the over is 8-2 in the last 10 meetings in Ottawa. Yeah, I would have a slight lean to the over as well. That is that's my note on that one as well. But it's more just expecting Edmonton to score again, and we'll see how it turns out. We'll see how James Vegas, Stone and Karlsson out. Edmonton wins. Yes. Okay, let's move on to another game. Let's see. Okay, Adam Lassen, Blackhawks over with the Canucks. That's an interesting one. That's a tough game. I'm sure a lot of people are going to pass on this one. 2 terrible teams. Vancouver pretty clearly just a tick more terrible than Chicago right now, but Chicago definitely terrible enough that I'm not sure I'd want to take them as that huge of a favorite. Losing Brock Boeser has just totally destroyed Vancouver's offense. I could see an under being a play here. I was thinking that maybe a shot with the under, might be a shot, might be worth a shot, but who wasn't likes the over? Who was that guy? Where was that guy? Someone liked the over. God, there's too many comments for me to go back and scroll to find a comment that I'm specifically looking for. But yeah, someone like the over in that one. I'm leaning under. And here you go. Skooma Steve says, don't touch that game. Pretend it's not there. That makes that's probably the best way to to go about this one. Both teams are having such a hard time scoring, but again, sometimes in games like these late in the season, it just turns into like an all-star game where there's no defense, and we might see a 7-6 final score, something like that. So, all right, I'm going to pass on that one. Maxwell Smart says Avs, 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 and the Kilted Chimp says Avs tonight. And yes, that's the way I was thinking as well. My only concern is just that maybe the Avs have looked a little bit better than they actually are because their wins recently have come against some crappy teams, right? A lot of that winning that we've seen from them recently, they've had a lot of, high-scoring, impressive wins recently, but 3 of those were against Arizona, Chicago, and Detroit. Those are 3 dumpster fires right there, and 3 of those wins that Colorado has had recently, blowout wins, were against them. When they played a tough team, which was Nashville at home, they lost. Now, Nashville, of course, way better than LA, but LA's still, getting wins, alternating wins and losses. They lost against Winnipeg last game, which I had a push on. I took Winnipeg -1, but I thought that was a good spot to fade LA. So now, I'm not totally convinced that Colorado is quite as good as they've looked recently. But on the other hand, the line is very low. It's down to -114, and I think that line is low enough that I will make that one an official play. I'll make Colorado -1 an official play. The money line is -114 at Pinnacle, and the puck line, let me find that one, is +253 at Pinnacle. Yeah, so I'm taking this one. It's just such a big underdog line there for Colorado on the puck line or the -1 line that I'm willing to take it. But again, I think Colorado may be looking a little bit better than they actually are because 3 of their last 6 games have come against a complete dumpster fires. But Colorado also has been great at home all season long. Anthony L says Avs always win at home. You're getting around -115, easy play. Yeah, I think it's it could lose. I don't think it's an automatic no-brainer, automatic max play, but. Jimmy Malone says Loshak's body language with hockey pretty swag without the bag. Jimmy Malone, I'm like the Scottie Pippen in NHL to Jimmy the Bag's Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy the Bag up almost mid-40s right now in NHL, but I'm pushing 30 units too. So I'm hanging close. Jimmy Malone likes the Avs. James Vegas says Colorado 4-0 in the last 4 games with 1 day of rest, 17-5, last 22 at home. Yeah, look, I like the Avs, and LA can be a tough team. And Varlamov has been playing great, but, an unexpected, shit-the-bed performance by him would not be a mind-blowing result. But I think the value is there. And finally, G-Man Hag says Avs will outskate an older LA squad on the road. Varlamov is great between the pipes. Yes, I'm taking it. All right. Okay. Let me see. And then let me see if there was another, because I think I was also thinking about the Avs team total over as well. But all right, let's move on. What's another play that I made? I'm scrolling through. All right, here's one. Washington, Detroit. This is an interesting one, right? Detroit got a shootout win over Philly in their last game, but before then, of course, they couldn't buy a win. But I had the over in that one. Jimmy the Bag had the over in that one as well, and of course, that was a big casher. I'm not totally sure that I'm liking Washington here as such a big road favorite, but I think I might be liking the Washington team total over. If it's like 2.5 -160, I'll take it. And I'm kind of liking, the over in general at 5.5 in this game as well. I'm sure some comments are coming in on this one. Yeah, the Washington team total is 3.5 plus 128. Not sure I want that one, but I also might be interested in the over 5.5 on this game. I think we might see something roughly similar to what we saw in the Flyers game. Grubauer is supposed to be starting for Washington, and he's been fine. He's not a guy who I expect to get scored on a lot, but I think he'll probably give up a few, and maybe I'll just take the full game over on this one. Washington is up into the -160s as a road favorite here, and Detroit, of course, has looked horrible recently, but most of their recent losing came on the road, and at home they'll be a little bit less bad. They got a win in a similar spot against Philly at home recently, and again, it's just a big road favorite line. Anyone who took Philly in that one got burned. Anyone who took the Pens recently against I forgot who it was, but they got burned as well. So this is not a spot where I'm loving a big road favorite, but I am kind of liking scoring by Washington, and I think I might be just liking the full game over on this one. Let me see what Heritage has here for the Washington. Yeah, 3.5 plus 125. All right. Okay. Let me think about this one. All right, I'll throw it on for now. I might pull it in the 6 o'clock show, but I'll throw it on for now. The Detroit game over 5.5 minus 104. I can feel the comments coming in right now. No, Pete, don't do it. No, Pete, don't do it. Grubauer is going to shut Detroit down. I can hear the comments. 4-1, 4-0 predictions for Washington. Let's see. Yeah, Jimmy Malone likes the Caps team total over Pete 2.5. But I'm not seeing a 2.5. I'm only seeing 3.5 at plus money, and I don't like to take those. But let's see. Eric Swiatek says if Grubauer is confirmed, I'm going to throw a unit on the Caps. I might wind up coming in the 6 o'clock show and making a Washington -1 at official pick. I do like him here, but I'm just kind of leaning over. G-Man Hags likes the Caps -1.5. Let's see. Yep, Kilted Chimp likes the Caps over. Skooma Steve, I'm taking a small play on the Caps puck line. I don't think the Wings score. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about a 4-zip or 4-1 or even like a 5-zip win by Washington. I've thrown the over on here, and I might actually throw on the Washington -1 line just in case that is what happens with the final score as well. Let's see. Yeah, and Austin Geist says probably jumping on over 5.5. Nice. Jim Toblinson says over and lean Washington. Nice. Oh, and Eric Swiatek says, Caps my only puck line today. Bill Buttlicker says over. Caps Wings over. All right. Wow. Holy shit. Everyone, I'm a little bit surprised. I was expecting people to come in and say, be careful about that over, because I could easily see a 4-zip, 4-1 type win for Washington, especially with Grubauer playing well. But, all right. JD Williams says, UTSA wins big today. I was also leaning UTSA as well. I might go back and add that one on as well. Okay. All right, there you go. I'm taking it. Here you go. SM says play of the day: Tampa Bay to win in regulation. That's definitely an interesting game. The Tampa Bay Islanders game. Let me just find my notes on that. Once again, Tampa Bay is a huge road favorite here, and they've been rolling game in and game out, but it was all at home. Now they go on the road, and the Islanders beat Pittsburgh right at home. Before that. And they were losing most of their games in a row, but they got to win. Now, obviously, that was maybe a down spot for Pittsburgh. They just looked lethargic and disinterested. Tampa Bay might roll here. I have a feeling that Jimmy the Bag might have Tampa Bay on the puck line as one of his plays if he was sitting here next to me. But I'm concerned about that one. If I want to know who's in goal for the Islanders, if that's confirmed, I'm not exactly sure. If Gibson's in goal, I don't know. Maybe a shot with the under. It's one of these 6.5s. I was thinking about the under. Obviously, both teams have been huge over-trenders overall on the year. But I was thinking about the under. And, wow, a lot of people liking Tampa Bay here. McGogster 99, Tampa Bay and Philly, best plays. Interesting. There you go. Holly Dilly also liking the Caps over. Skooma Steve, I think Tampa rolls. Jimmy Malone says, thanks for the pucks, Pete. You are simply the best. Wrong. Jimmy Malone, I am simply second best in NHL. Jimmy the Bag is actually the best, but I'm second best, and I'm damn proud of that. I'm damn proud to be second best in NHL. Let's see. Yeah, Donald Mouse says Islanders aren't that bad offensively. Let me see. All right. Okay. Looking for comments. More comments about people liking the over in the Caps game. Yeah. The interesting one is tough. Budad for Lightning and Gibson confirmed. And Eric Swiatek says, I lean under 2. Yes, Eric Swiatek. I was thinking that way as well. Budad coming off an injury. Bill Buttlicker says, Callahan is out. He's important for defense. Donald Mouse says, Lightning play a fast pace, and so do the Islanders. Yeah, I mean, both have been dead over-trenders all season long. I guess I'm going to hold off on this one. It definitely seems like everyone, I'm seeing no one saying that they like the Islanders or even nervous about taking Tampa Bay, but a lot of people saying that they really like Tampa Bay here. I can certainly understand that. Would not at all be surprised if Jimmy the Bag was sitting next to me if he was said, I'm taking Tampa Bay puck line. James Vegas says Tampa Bay will win. Islanders are 2-8 last 10 on one-day rest. 1-8 last night against the Eastern Conference. Yeah, it's just and Anthony L likes the first period over in the Tampa Bay game. That's interesting. That might be a nice play there, the first period over. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Skooma Steve says they match up well against the Islanders. So Skooma Steve likes the matchup here to favor Tampa Bay. Okay. All right, and Eric Swiatek now off the under because of the goalie announcement for Tampa Bay. You're right, and McGogster says this Gibson's bubble's about to burst. Kilted Chimp says Tampa Bay puck line. You know what? The first period over might be great. the first period over might be great. Let me see where that is. I'm going to guess it's like 1.5 minus 135 or something. Where is it? Where is that bitch? 1.5. Ooh, wow. Yeah. Minus 141. 5 Dimes has minus 140. That might not be a bad play there. First period over in Tampa Bay Islanders. Whoever suggested that one, especially now with the goalie change for Tampa Bay, and with Gibson's bubble maybe about to burst. I mean, I've kind of liked him, but the bubble may be about to burst. Juanma, you live back there?
Yeah. Actually, the one who mentioned that was Anthony L.
Yeah.
The first period over in Tampa Bay game.
Yes. Thank you very much, Juanma, letting us know who the guy is who said that. Yes, it was Anthony L. Juanma, are you psychic at all or not really?
Psychic.
Psychic, yeah.
I believe in like magic.
No, I'm not asking what you believe in. I'm asking, are you psychic?
The answer is no.
Shit. All right, okay. Because I was going to ask what your feeling is on this one. I'm going to go for it. Tampa Bay Islanders, first period over 1.5, minus 141. Yeah, now with a change in goal for Tampa Bay, I just can't take Tampa Bay at this line, even though they probably are a good play. And, for anyone who takes Tampa Bay on the the Tampa Bay puck line is plus 160. Yeah. Anyone who bets the Tampa Bay puck line at plus 160, you might be getting a good bet there. Who knows? I might throw that one on there when I think about this one and look into it a little bit more in the 6 o'clock show. For right now, I'm going to pass, but Tampa Bay on the puck line might be worth a shot. And I'm going to take the first period over 1.5 minus 141. That is the current line at Pinnacle. All right, let's move on to another game. McGogster said that Philly is his other best bet of the day. Philly is this one had me a little bit confused. Philly is a huge favorite here against the Rangers, and as we know, the Rangers have been playing with some life to them. Of course, Philly is coming off a loss, at Detroit. Now they're back home, and obviously the spot kind of favors Philly, but you're paying a huge line here. I'm not convinced that I'd want to lay the big line here with Philly. McGogster loves Philly. I'm sure a lot of people are saying that Philly rolls and rolls easily. The Rangers have been on a major over trend though, so maybe you want to think a shot with the over 6 at this one. I'm not sure about this one. Alex Lyon I believe is supposed to be in goal for Philly, and he played well in his last game and against the Rangers recently. So, maybe we'll see a strong performance from him. And, if we see a strong performance of both goalies, maybe this game is a pass for me. I'm going to pass completely on this one. I was trying to figure out if maybe there is some value, like how big of an underdog the Rangers would have to be to get to a point where they had some value. And as of right now, I'm just not sure, and I think I'm going to pass on this one. Justin Searcy says, I like the Rangers over Philly, but I like the over more. The Rangers have been on a brutal over trend for the last 6 games. Skooma Steve, small plays on the Rangers. Baseball Bob says Rangers over, Pete. Udon Porn Rats in a Fact, he says Rangers team total over, Pete. I was thinking about that as well, but I'm not exactly sure what we should expect from this new Phillies goalie. Let's see. Yeah, Andre Ioko says Philly needs this. They do, but minus 220, pass. That's exactly how I feel about this. Jimmy Malone says Lions couldn't save a beach ball. Bill Butlicker says Rangers Philly over. And Georgiev, he can probably keep up. Richie Incognito says, don't do it, Cersei. Flyers big. My leans right now would be to the over and to the Rangers team total over. I would not want to lay. I don't really want to bet against Philly here. Definitely don't want to lay that line with Philly in this spot. Waikiki Mill says Rangers tanking. That's not really true though. The Rangers have been playing some youngsters and have been getting some okay results, some on and off results from them, which is exactly the kind of thing you want to see at this point in the regular season if you're thinking about taking a big underdog, as they are. Yeah, they're not really tanking. Christian Rivas says, Loshak looking fly. I dig the shirt, homie. Thank you very much, Christian Rivas. A lot of people talking about my hair, my hairline, and my hair loss issues. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck at all. I think I look good anyway. Right, Juanma?
You look awesome.
I look awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. McGogster99 says, get out of here. Lyon ain't that bad. Mrazek is awful. Yes. This is a tough one. I'm thinking right now about taking the Rangers team total over and the full game over, but I'm going to hold off on this one for now. I'm going to hold off on this one for now. All right, let's move on to another NHL game. What else was I thinking about here? We do want to get to the NBA. Let's see. Well, the Vegas game we'll get to. Let's see. Yeah, God, the Florida-Columbus game is also a very interesting one. The Florida-Columbus game, obviously, Florida's playing well, right? 2 straight road wins, but Columbus, say what you want about Tortorella. You know, maybe if you're a huge asshole and the players tune you out, that's the way to get NHL players to go on a winning streak, but they have been dominating. 9 straight wins. I was thinking that Columbus might be a good play here. I don't really like betting against Florida, but I was thinking Columbus might be a good play here. I know that that Vincent Trocheck is uncertain. I'm assuming that he's going to be out. And I was leaning under. Columbus trends under at home. We know that Florida can play very strong defense-oriented games on the road. It's just 5.5. I would rather be getting a 6. If there was a 6 here, I would definitely take a shot with the under, but it's not. It's 5.5. Minus 107, which is, wow, really, really good. And I'd be thinking about taking the first period under as well. Definitely leaning Columbus. Definitely leaning under. Not sure if I want to take it. Let's see if there's any comments coming in on Florida, Columbus. Mally Mal says Florida, Florida, Florida. Adam Lassman says Columbus over. Okay. Bill Butlicker says Columbus wins. Jimmy Malone says sick of Florida. Brent Brooks says Columbus at home. Justin Searcy says under is a good play. Yeah. Skooma Steve says lean Florida under. All right, so contrarian opinions. Wykeem Hill says under. Yes. Eric Swiatek says should be tightly checked. Tort's going to have them back in transition. If this was a 6, no question, I would throw it on there as an under, and I would tell everyone to tail it. At 5.5, even getting minus 105, it's just borderline. But I'm thinking under. I'm thinking under here. People disagreeing. Some people saying Florida, some people saying Columbus, and even Adam Lassman liking the over, which I can certainly see. King Rail likes the under in Blue Jackets. Andre Ioko says, do you miss Jimmy Loshak? Yes, of course. I don't know what to do, Wanma. I want to take the under, Wanma.
Ah, man, but if you're not sure, that's the first indicator, right?
Yes, you think so? You think if you're not sure, just stay away, right?
Exactly.
Yes. The problem is a lot of times when you're not sure and then it wins, you're like, man, I should have just taken it. But really long term, if you're usually better off just staying off the plays that you're not sure about. But I'm definitely Yep, Steve says, wish it was 6 as well. And you can buy up to 6 at books. We don't do point buying in this show, but we could. You can buy up to 6 at like minus 144, minus 150 is not that bad. Jim Toblinson says, lean over. All right, I will stay off that one for now. All right, moving on. Oh, and Kilted Chimp likes Columbus. Yep, and there you go. Austin Guy says, I think an empty netter takes out the under 4-2 Jackets. Austin Guy, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking about, I'd be leaning under, but that it's probably you might have a 3-2 game coming down to the wire, and that an empty netter takes it out. And I'm leaning Columbus on the -1 here. Leaning Columbus -1 here. Eric Swiatek says over 90% on the over, really, and they haven't even adjusted the juice. Wow. And Wykeem Hill says take the under with your life, Loshak. Go with me. Dan Kelly says let it come to you. Don't force it. Yes, it's so hard to do though, Dan Kelly. It's so tempting to force it. To just force it. All right. McGogster likes the under. Okay, I'm leaning Columbus. I'm leaning under, but I'm going to hold off it for now, and I will maybe have a play on that one in the afternoon game. All right, let's see. What else do we got here? Toronto-Nashville. A very, very, very interesting game. Obviously, Nashville's awesome. Austin Matthews is going to be back for Toronto, and I was thinking about the over here, despite the fact that Pekka Rinne has been so great for so long. I'm thinking, this might be one of those games where both teams get to 3 and you get a casher in the overtime, or it's 3-2 coming down to the wire and an empty netter gives you a push. Obviously, both these teams can score. Pekka Rinne's been great, but I'm thinking he might give up a few here. Nashville obviously can score. They should put up a few, and I'm thinking about taking the over in Nashville and Toronto. Let me see. All right, no one's commenting yet. But yeah, I'm definitely leaning over in Nashville, Toronto, and I'll take that one. I might pull this one in the afternoon show, but for now, I will take that one. I wish I could be getting 5.5. And again, you can buy down to 5.5 and get it at like -1, like 50. I forgot exactly what most places will charge you, but I will take over 6 plus 100. Over 6 plus 100. That is at sportsbetting.ag and a few other places. I'll take the over 6 plus 100 in Toronto, Nashville, despite the fact that Pekka Rinne has been, lights out for an extended period of time here. I just feel like both these teams are going to score. This is going to be a huge game, and I think we will see some offense there. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Another interesting game, of course, Vegas and San Jose. Always interesting when Vegas comes up on the card. Vegas off of 2 home wins against 2 bad teams. Now they go into San Jose, and this is going to have a playoff atmosphere. A game expect to have a playoff atmosphere. They played twice already this year, and Vegas won both times. They were both high scoring as well, but San Jose has absolutely turned a corner. They're playing great. Their power play is being great. They're getting great production from their power play, just putting up 5-6 goals game in and game out. This is an interesting matchup here. I don't quite love to fade Vegas as much as Jimmy the Bag does. I'm thinking about taking San Jose here. I know the
Are we fading Vegas?
What?
Are we fading Vegas?
You know about this, right? Yes, I think we might be, Juanma. That is certainly my lean. Fleury, of course, is out, and Malcolm Subban, I believe, is expected to come in and take this one. Vegas is just a great team. They're just a great team, and they've won twice already this year. But it's going to be a playoff atmosphere. San Jose's really turned a corner, and I'm thinking that San Jose is the play, and I'll take San Jose. -1. I'm fading Vegas. We'll see what the comments are coming in, but I'm going to take this one. San Jose, -1. Best money line is -131. Best puck line right now, -131. That is at sportsbetting.ag, and the best puck line is plus 217 at Pinnacle. Plus 217 at Pinnacle. So that's a reasonable underdog line for San Jose -1. If San Jose puts up, again, 5 or 6 goals, they probably cover the puck line. That's what I'm hoping happens here. And I was also thinking about taking a shot with the San Jose team total over, although that's probably going to be 3.5 as well. Let's see if some comments in. Oh, there you go. Here we go. Baseball Bob. San Jose. Pete, he likes it. Richie Incognito. Love the Sharks here. Jim Toblinson. San Jose. Marcus Colon says, fade up, San Jose wins. Randy Lockhart, Pete, take the Sharks. Kilted Chimp says, San Jose Sharks puck line. King Rail, I'm a Vegas homer, but I'm on the Sharks tonight. Timo Bucket says, San Jose team total over 2.5. Yes, I was liking that one as well. I'm not sure if there is a 2.5. Let me see if there is a 2.5. Come on, let me see. Nope, 3.5 plus money. And at Pinnacle, at Heritage, yep, 3.5 at plus 120. That might be worth a play as well, but I'm just not going to do it right now. I'm going to look at. I'm very careful about taking those overs at 3.5s when they're plus money. I might throw on some of those in the afternoon show, but I was definitely thinking about that as well. And I'm definitely going to take the Sharks. There we go. McGogster says Sharks were strong last game. San Jose is a bet on team. Yep, and Killed the Chimp, Sharks averaging 4.5 goals a game since the Evander Kane trade. So taking them at over 3.5 at plus money is probably a great thing to do. And I might do it. And Arthur Funchess likes the over in that game. There you go. Okay. All right. Okay. That decides that one. Everyone liking the Sharks. I feel like this is, Jimmy the Bag has said that sometimes when we're all in the same play, that's not a good sign. I am not sure about that, and definitely in this spot, I think San Jose definitely is a good bet. I mean, San Jose is playing with revenge. It's going to be a playoff atmosphere. San Jose wants to prove they can beat this team. Vegas coming off of 2 home wins against bad teams, stepping up in class here, and I'm going to take it. We do want to get to NBA. We will get to it. Let's see, what else do we have here? What else did we not get to? I think the only one we didn't get to was Arizona, Carolina, and Arizona is a huge underdog here. Of course, Arizona, I had the Arizona team total over yesterday. Thank you very much. That was a casher. And I'm thinking Arizona might be on a little bit of a roll here. I know that Darcy Kemper is expected to start for Arizona. I'm thinking over in this one. I'm thinking over, and I'm thinking the team total over for Arizona as well, which definitely will be a low one at 2.5. Yeah, the Arizona team total is, 2.5 plus 110. Wow, I wonder why it's that low. 2.5 at plus money. I'm definitely liking the over in this one, though. Arizona and Carolina, and that is just 5.5 at minus 105, and I will throw that one on there. Carolina game over 5.5 minus 105. That is the current line at Pinnacle and a few other places, and I'm not 100% totally sure why Arizona is this big of an underdog here. Why is Arizona this big of an underdog, Juanma?
Really
Yeah,
sure.
here you go. Austin Guy says over is the play. Kilted Chimp says Arizona is great value. Jim Toblinson says Arizona and over 5.5. McGonster says gotta look over here. Holly Dilly says Carolina over. Austin Guy says no way Carolina should be laying minus 200, but they are. Why? Austin Geist. But they are. Why? I don't understand. I obviously Arizona's not a good team. They're on a back-to-back or whatever, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Can that be a trap?
Could it be a trap? Yeah, see, Juan was learning. Juan was learning. Could that be a trap? It certainly could be. That is crazy. Jimmy Malone says trap, Pete. And then Brent Brooks says because no Ranta. Yeah, but I mean, isn't who's expected in goal for Arizona? It's Kemper, right? I mean, you know, I'm not sold on him, but he's not a sieve. Maybe he is a sieve, and I'm just not. Maybe I should put him in the sieve category. Eric Swiatek says, Pete, the only reason his books are thinking the Canes are going to leave it all on the ice, they may, but I don't think they have the talent. I agree with you. Arizona's on a back-to-back, but Arizona's a bad team that's been doing well. Sometimes when bad teams start to do well at the end of the year, it's good when they're on a back-to-back. And Austin Guy says, just bet the over. And SJ Shark Reese says, call Jim, get him live on the line. Yes, we need a lifeline to Jimmy. You know, I think that it's fine. I think it's fine. Justin Searcy says Carolina isn't horrible. That's true. They're also minus 200. All right, for now I'm going to take the over, and I'm thinking about yeah. And Austin Guy says I'm putting McDonald money on Zona, but my play is the over. All right. And a commenter, I can't pronounce all of his name, says, holy shit, Juanma's like a sponge, just absorbing. Absolutely. McGock says Arizona playing best hockey all year. Yes. So I'm thinking about throwing the Arizona team total over. For now, I am just going to take the over on that game because that's a play that I'm sure that I want. But I am definitely thinking about throwing on Arizona team total over 2.5 at plus money, and Arizona on the reverse puck line, which might be massive. Arizona -1. I might throw that one on. This will all be at 6 o'clock. We are going to do this once again at 6 o'clock. And these are all leans that I have, and I might throw them all on. I might convert all these leans to official plays. All right, I think we got to every NHL game, right? I think we covered every single NHL game. Very nice job. Once again, I'm on Edmonton -1. Tampa Bay Islanders first period over. Colorado -1. Detroit game over 5.5. Carolina game over 5.5. Nashville over 6. And San Jose -1. And I got a lot of other plays that might double or triple up some of those. A lot of other leans. And in the 6 o'clock show, I might double or triple up on some of these. And I might jackpot it. Jimmy the Bag might come back here on Monday and be like, see me ahead of him, leapfrogged him. I might be up 48 units by the time Jim returns to the studio. That would be nice. Put the pressure on him. I'm sure he'd love the challenge of trying to get back over above me. Maybe we'll both be at 70 units before we know it. All right, let's move on to NBA, shall we, Juanma? All right, let's throw the NBA record up there. It's not good for me. Once again yesterday, my leans cashed, I believe. Jimmy the Bag, though, continues to be in positive double digits in NBA. Very nice job, Jimmy the Bag. I'm just gonna once again review my leans from yesterday because my leans once again the Cavs first quarter, that was a lean of mine. I bet it, even though everyone told me that Calderon wouldn't be able to carry it. But you know, that was a lean that I did bet. That was another lean that won. Let me just quickly find my leans here as this Excel spreadsheet opens. And yeah, yesterday. Oh, God. All my leans cashed. I like the Clippers first quarter, first half. Chicago Bulls was a lean. That one lost. And the Brooklyn early was a lean as well. And the Knicks +10 was also a lean. That one lost. But once again, most of my leans cashed yesterday. So we'll see what we got on the NBA card today. Let me just pull up my notes here. One second. Let me just pull up my notes. Okay, yeah, we got 6 games on the card tonight, and the first game was I forgot who it was. Someone suggested that they liked Sacramento to get a win here. It opened at 2.5. It's now down to 1.5 against Atlanta. You know, Atlanta obviously coming off the surprising upset win at Utah, and Sacramento just a bad team in general. But is this a spot that maybe is a letdown for Atlanta, and Sacramento pulls out a home win? I'm not exactly sure, but I think I'm liking Sacramento. I'm going to hold off on this one because I'm going to wait to check the line movement here. If Atlanta's a 1-point favorite by tip-off, that's going to tell me that Atlanta is almost certainly the play. But you know, we'll see. I'm thinking that it's probably going to be a game where I'm going to give Sacramento early, first quarter and first half, if not the full game. But I'm liking Sacramento here. They're a bad team, but I'm liking Sacramento, and Atlanta, of course, maybe off of a letdown win. One bet I did make, Lakers in New Orleans. I bet the under on this one. I had the under in the New Orleans game yesterday. Some people said that they didn't like that play on the under, and the market certainly didn't. The market moved against me, but the game, of course, went way under, and the market moves yesterday on totals were pretty much all wrong. So I'm going to definitely throw that one on once again. The under in the Lakers, and oh my God, wow! I bet it at 228, and now since the show started, it's gone up to 230 at Pinnacle. Wow, a huge move to the over. Obviously, the Lakers can play a super high-scoring game. Obviously, New Orleans can too, but I'm just not seeing it here. All right, I might be wrong here, but I'm going to take it for now, just on the full game, under. Wow, 230 minus 102. That is the current line at Pinnacle. No 230 and a half, so 230 minus 102. Let's see if any comments are coming in on this one. Wow, holy shit. Let me see. Any other comments here? Let's see. Scotty Rock Forever says, Pete, I got Atlanta last night at 2.5. Okay. Yeah, Stevie Steve says Lakers Pelicans over. These dudes ball out. Yeah, I mean, look, the Lakers might come in and it just might be, a track meet, no defense, and gets into 240s. I might be wrong, but I'm going to take the under here. I think that New Orleans is going to go for a sweep of these 3 games. They're going to try to play some defense, and I'm not convinced that the Lakers are going to want to come in here and just run up the score. All right, King Rail took Atlanta. Okay, wow, interesting shit here. What Jan Osman says, Pelicans must win games ahead against top teams. Right, that's why I'm thinking the Pelicans are not going to come in here and play and agree to have a no defense type of game. Jeremy M says Lakers team total over. Wow. Okay. Mally Mal says, I like the over. It's going over, Pete. Okay, I might be wrong, and I might pull this one. I just pulled the trigger on it, and I put it as an official play under 230 minus 102. Wow, and King Rail took Atlanta this morning. Okay, all right. Let's see. Scotty Rock Forever. Pete, I got Atlanta last night at 2.5. Okay, a lot of people liking Atlanta here. I can understand that. That was an impressive win against Utah, and Sacramento legitimately sucks in a major way. And Mally Mal says, told you, Cavs over. Nice call. You did, Mally Mal. You certainly went against the market movement there. Market dropped that line 2 points in the last few minutes before tip-off, and the game exploded over. Wow. All right. John Infect says, make it a lean and it'll hit. Yeah, the fact that I made it a pick, an official pick, makes me think it's just going to soar over now. Miss J, over. Young Chunksta, under. Miss J loves the over. Young Junksta likes the under. Not as much as Miss J loves the over. Yes. Bill Butlicker says, starters played like 40 minutes. They're tired. Anthony Davis gets hurt. Scotty Rock Forever in all caps says, trust me, Hawks win. Young Junksta says, Hawks win. All right, you guys might be right, and certainly the market has gone that way. I have not made my decision yet. My initial thoughts on that game were just to look at Sacramento early, first quarter and first half. But you might be right. The Hawks might be the play here. Okay. All right, let's move on. In the NBA, let's see what else is interesting. Well, let's just go chronological order here. Memphis and Charlotte is certainly an interesting one. Memphis got pounded at Philly, and Charlotte, of course, is also on a back-to-back. Huge comeback win. This game, I think I'm going to pass. Tyreek Evans is supposed to be back, but Marc Gasol is supposed to be out, which, could be an issue if Howard has another huge game, which, is not necessarily, of course, is far from a guarantee. But, Memphis, the question is just, is Memphis going to come to play? They're just not doing well right now, and it seems like the coach just can't get them to give any intensity. And if they can't, they'll get blown out again. If they do, we probably see an under. This one is going to be a pass for me as of right now for Charlotte. Then Philly, Orlando. Sixers on a back-to-back. Again, popped Memphis. Orlando is basically awful. Again, here I was thinking maybe a shot with the under. I know Embiid is supposed to play again for Philly, and I'm not convinced that Philly should be giving this many points, on a back-to-back. But I was thinking maybe a shot with the under on that one, but I'm going to hold off on that one, see what the market says. The Detroit-Houston game, obviously this one has Detroit getting blown out, written all over it. Detroit off 2 straight wins and covers as a fave against bad teams. Now they come in here on the road against a great team, double-digit dog. Problem with Houston is just that as much as they're rolling, they're not actually covering. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 ATS, despite winning all 4 straight up. The question is just how seriously will Houston take Detroit here? Seriously enough to win? Probably. Seriously enough to get a 15-point win? Not necessarily. And I was thinking that the under actually might be a good play here. Let me see if that line has moved. I did actually bet that one at 214.5, despite the fact the total is so low. Yeah, wow. Now it's down to 213. Intertops appears to still have 214.5. Oh, no, that's just that's a stale line. Let me see if my internet is still there. All right. Yeah, I was leaning under on that one, and I think I like it enough to take the under. Houston, I'm going to take the under on this one. Low total, always treacherous taking a low total with Houston, but I am going to take it. I bet it at 214.5. Now down to 213 or 213.5, so I'll take that one under 213.5 minus 110. That's an official play. Jesus Christ. Houston and Detroit under 213.5 minus 110. Makes me very nervous to take an under that low with Houston, but they have shown recently that in these kinds of games they can have dominant wins with low totals with a slow pace, and I think that's more like not what we see here. So I'm going to take the under on that one. I'm going to take the under on that one. I'm going to look for other comments. Hold on. Yep. And there you go. Tomori says Detroit likes to slow the tempo. Houston struggles with size. I think Detroit can keep it close since Houston will probably be flat off the Portland game. Yeah. And I'm going to take the under. Up. And then Lou Chase Fox says Houston game going over. Great. Great. Thanks so much. No, I mean, thank you. For real. I'm happy that you commented that. I'm just not happy about what you like there. Molly Mal, who nailed the over and a bunch of totals yesterday, says, yes, under, Pete. Nice. Scotty Rock Forever says Houston defense has stepped it up. Yes, they certainly have. And people are talking about Dallas-Utah game under. That's an interesting one. We'll get to that one in a second. All right, I've thrown on the under in the Houston game. I have thrown on the under in the Houston game. Okay, moving on down. Lakers in New Orleans, once again. I bet the under, and I gave it as a pick here. And Mal and a few others are liking the over a lot, and you guys might be right. Utah-Dallas, this is a very, very tricky one. I'm pretty sure that Favors is going to be out for this game. Normally, I'd be looking to take Utah early here off of the upset loss, right? First half and first quarter, Dallas obviously can be beat. Utah controls the pace a lot better at home than they do on the road, though, so I'm not sure if I want to take an under a low total here. Vaguely thinking Utah first quarter, Utah first half. Vaguely thinking Dallas team total under. But I think I'm just going to pass on this one. There's too many unknowns here. Dennis Smith, I think, is going to be out also again for Dallas. So, I'd love to take a shot with Utah on the first half. But with Favors out, I think I'm just going to pass on that one. And then Atlanta-Sacramento, we already discussed it. A lot of informed commenters in the chat box saying that they really like Atlanta here, and they might be right. My first thought was that maybe Sacramento early would be a play, but the smart move on that one might be Atlanta on the full game. And that's it for NBA. We've wrapped up NBA. My official picks are New Orleans under 230 minus 102. That's probably the wrong side. Houston under 213.5 minus 110. That's tricky, but I'm okay with it. I think I like it. And that's it. That's it. That's all I've given in NBA for now. Let's see some other final comments coming in here. Mal says take the under. The number should be 193 in the Dallas game. You might be right. You might be right. Tomor says, I really like Utah first quarter. Utah off 2 straight bad performances. Yes, I think their first road game in a while. They bring it here. I agree with you, Tomor. That's what I was thinking. And we will be back at 6 o'clock Eastern time, and I will give that one. I will, maybe convert some of my leans to official picks, but definitely Utah on the first quarter, at least, if not the first half as well, is a lean for me. Jeremy M says, yeah, I have to agree with the over, Pete. 76ers game over 2. I might lean Jazz game over. Jazz can control the tempo at home. The road is a different ballgame. It's absolutely true. The Jazz have a big under-trend record on the year at home. On the road, I can't remember. It's either 50-50 or they're actually an over-trender on the road. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Just looking at some final comments to see if there's anything. Peter McConville says, unders, all NBA. Okay. And then S.J. Sharkery says, if it's under, then Detroit covers, maybe. Don't forget how horrific of a team Detroit is. Could easily see like a 103-83 type win for Houston. A big margin cover and a big margin under win as well, under cash as well.
Richie Incognito is asking for the March Madness picks.
March Madness picks. All right, yeah. So the picks that I gave were there was some pushback on them. I did give Kentucky as a pick. Now, I've been high on Kentucky all tournament long. I do have them to go to the Final Four, and if Kentucky makes a deep run, I'll do very, very well in my tournament because the way that my bracket is set up is that you rate all the teams from 1 to 64. So even if you don't pick a team to specifically win the tournament, if you pick them to go to the Final Four and everyone else has them going out early and they win the tournament, that's a huge boost, and that's the case for me with Kentucky. So I did take Kentucky on the money line, minus 224. One of our sharpest commenters of them all, Dan Kelly, says he hates that. He hates it. Hates Kentucky on the money line, but I made that one an official pick, minus 224. And I also took Florida State +6 against Gonzaga, and a lot of people were not liking that as well. Some people were liking it. I would say it was about 60-40 people not liking it versus people liking it. And I also threw on UTSA under 148.5 as an official play. And someone else earlier in the show said that they like UTSA to roll tonight, and I would vaguely agree with that one. I'm going to look into that one a little bit more, but I might make UTSA -4 an official pick too. And that's it. Yeah, once again, I've said many times that in the Sweet 16 and Elite 8, I tend to look at second half plays. I find much more value in the second halves than in the full game spreads. In the first 2 rounds, I love to take the full game spreads. A lot of value there. But in the Sweet 16, a lot of times you have just 2 teams I don't want to bet against. The market has accurate reads on all these teams. By definition, they're good teams. By definition, they're playing well. And by definition, they have maximum motivation. And by definition, they have decent rest heading into the Sweet 16 as well. So Sweet 16 games are very tricky. I tend to stay off the full game spreads and totals much more so than in other rounds, but I do look carefully at the second half lines. And for the purpose of this show, I'm going to take Kentucky money line minus 224, and I'll go with Florida State, who rotates 10 guys at +6 against Gonzaga. But those could possibly be both bad plays. But I appreciate all the comments. Let me just find if there's any other comments here. King Rail clapping. Great show, Pete. Thank you so much, King Rail. Let's see if there's any other comment. Adrian A says, I love this show. Thank you so much, Adrian A. Even with Jimmy the Bag out, still getting love. Love it. Rockstar saying, great show. Well done. Even with all the sweating, even with the pen getting tied up in my hair and everything, we still had a pretty good show. And Thomas Coragem says Favors is confirmed in. Is that true? Derek Favors is in tonight. Wow. Hold up, Wanma. Don't end the show yet, Wanma.
No problem.
Derek Favors is in. If Derek Favors is in, let me see what the first quarter line is here for first quarter line for Utah. The line is not out yet, I'm seeing, actually. All right. Is the first half line out yet? Utah, yeah, about 4.5 or -4 at Bookmaker. Leading rebounder, leading shooting percentage guy for Utah. If he's in, I'm almost definitely going to be on Utah, I think. First quarter -2, first half -4. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this out loud in my head. You know what? I'll throw on Utah first half -4 for now. I might pull it back later on in the 6 o'clock show, but I'll throw that one on there. Utah first half -4, -115. That is the current line at Bookmaker and Bet365. First quarter line isn't out yet, but I'll probably be on that one as well in the evening show at 6 o'clock. All right, interesting. Wait, let me make sure that the Favors is in. Favors is in. Yeah. All right. A lot of great comments coming in. Bill Butlicker says, Pete, the Freddie Mercury of sports betting. Thank you so much. Scotty Rock Forever says, the Jim Morrison of betting shows, Pete. Oh, Well, isn't that quite the compliment? Scotty Rock forever. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Miss J confirms Favors is playing yes. Thank you so much. Mally Mal wraps it up with Utah over Pete. And Maylas Payless Way likes Utah first quarter, first half. That sounds good. Mally Mal also likes the first quarter. Okay. Great show, guys. Thanks for all the illuminating comments. Please join us at 6 o'clock where we'll review all the line movements. I'll probably be converting a whole bunch of my leans to official picks. I'll probably be doubling, if not tripling up on some of the NHL plays that I'm liking tonight. And we'll have, as always, a lot more fun. That'll be at 6 o'clock Eastern time right here. Thanks so much. See you then, guys.